Okay. Hi. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Kapil, as she has already talked about me a bit. Thank you so much for that. First of all, I would like to say thanks to E4M team for inviting me here, giving me an opportunity to speak about performance marketing and also to connect with a lot of you people, learn from your stories as well. When I got this invite and got to know that it's about performance marketing, I thought, what would I do in this forum, because performance marketing over a period of last 5 to 6 years has really evolved. So talking about just performance marketing, how it works, what are the various tools to optimize, and how to really deliver the performance as per the objectives and all. I thought it would be too cliche, and at the same time would not really add value. Then I thought, why not to really do something which we often come across and face very tough challenges in various forums, in various meetings of e-commerce, when people ask why e-commerce business is not really that profitable when it comes to comparison with general trade and modern trade business. At the same time, people say you are doing nothing, you are just buying sales because you are continuously investing money, but you are not showing profitability. Then people say you are not able to build the brand, the loyal consumer base for the brand, because when you invest on performance marketing, you see the sales is really going up, but when you reduce your performance marketing, you see that sales is coming down. So it's not sustainable. And I think these all questions are very right questions, and as professionals in this space, I think we really need to find a solution to it. So basis some learning that we could really establish over last 2-3 years, when we really found some solution to it, I thought it would be good to talk about something different rather than just keeping it plain at performance marketing. It's very important to understand performance marketing and brand marketing both put together, because they complement each other. So that's why I've chosen this topic of performance marketing versus brand marketing. Now, performance marketing, as we all know, it can give you quick results, and at the same time you drive performance as expected from you. But yes, you have to definitely invest. You can measure, you can talk about, yes, this is what we'll do, and we'll be able to generate sales and all, right? So it's very, very important to see in that respect how brand marketing can really be worked out with performance marketing, and they complement each other. So I will talk about how we have utilized both together to really drive the performance of our brand. That would come in later part of my presentation, but also it's very important to quickly understand performance marketing and brand marketing in standalone, so that we'll be clearly able to understand how they work, and then later on we'll club and see how they complement each other. So performance marketing, guys, it's all about result oriented approach, wherein marketer look for very specific outcome, and those outcomes could be in terms of generating impressions, clicks, sales. You are able to measure your ROI, like what I have invested, what I have got against that, and that becomes very comfortable part of our job. When somebody asks what kind of sales you would be able to generate, you would say, okay, I would need this much amount of money and I'll be able to generate, right? But there is downside to performance marketing. It really eats away a lot of money. Initially it works when results really come, but when you see in long run, you would find that when you start reducing your spends, the sales would also come down. When competition comes, your rates would go high. You will have to further run behind it and try to gain the performance. So the downside is you keep on investing, keep on generating sales, but when you try to reduce or optimize your spends, you find that sales are not happening. So that's the downside of it. So it's a very short-term approach, doesn't work in long run, right? On the other side, when you see brand, when we talk about brand, what is brand? Brand marketing is all about building identity of your brand. Your primary goal is always to find consumer mind for your brand, somehow foster that loyalty towards your brand so that you come in consideration and people love to buy your brand over a period of time. So that's the job of marketing team when they really put in a lot of money behind it. Overall, what happens in brand marketing, but there is issue. You are not able to commit the sales. When you look for, okay, for brand marketing, I would need this much amount of money. But then when people ask what would be the outcome, you are not able to really answer. So that's the downside of brand marketing. But at the same time, it works in long run because you have been able to foster that loyalty towards your brand. You are able to communicate what it stands for and people buy you because they understand you. The awareness of your brand really helps you in long run, right? Now, so this becomes a dilemma in the mind of any e-commerce professional or performance marketing guys, like where to invest my money? I have limited money. I have been given certain tasks to really drive business. What should I do? The shelf life of these days, in fact, a lot of people say when I interact, they say performance marketer shelf life in organization is hardly 2-3 years. So they come, they deliver, they go away. So in long run, for a lot of leaders, they say it doesn't work, right? So performance marketer easily they say, okay, give me this much of money, I'll generate the sales. But at the same time, when it comes to brand marketing, people really try to run away from it for some time. Okay, but at the same time, they understand there is kind of pressure. We have to really look for generating organic sales more. Your inorganic sales should really come down. People start really asking on all the key KPIs, like why my organic sales is not really growing over a period of time. So this dilemma comes, what should I do with limited money that I have been given for the year to drive my business? So this dilemma remains in the mind. Now, what I have done over a period of time, like almost now 5 to 6 years that I have spent in e-commerce and really worked on this part for some time and try to understand what really we should do. And we found that we need to really find a good balance in two. Now, when I say balance, because performance marketing also works when brand marketing has really done its job and vice versa. For example, if your brand is known to people and you are boosting your performance marketing to improve the discoverability of your brand, people would love to buy it, right? At the same time, if you have done good performance marketing, the brand will definitely gain value, and at the same time, it would further become part of the consumer's life. So both work hand in hand, they complement each other in their journey, and that's why they become very, very important. But at the same time, there is no one formula for really finding that balance. What we did as a company, we found that, okay, we have 3 cohorts of brand, which is core brand, then we have focus brand, and there are some big bet brands. When I say core brands usually in many of organizations, they are the brands, they are more known to people. Their awareness levels are very, very high, okay? And they command that market leader position also. So in such scenario, you need not to really work too much on the awareness part of it as a e-commerce person. You should see how you can really improve your discoverability. So there, the balance could be little higher investments on your performance marketing, which is like searches and all that. At the same time, awareness, probably you can lower down a bit. But at the same time, you'll have to keep coming with new news to talk about brand, because brand has to remain relevant to the consumers also. Second set of brands could be your, say, focus brands. They're faster in terms of growth, but at the same time, they are operating in, say, very challenging environment of high competition. You are very small in that space. Probably your awareness is also not really that great. And to gain some share, first you need to really work on the awareness bit, and at the same time keep your searches on so that you are discoverable. So when you work on the awareness bit, brands start really getting in consideration of the consumer. And with your performance marketing, because your discoverability is also good, you would be definitely getting that conversion coming to your way. Now, in this case, there is a possibility that you need to increase your investment on the brand marketing versus your searches, or could be 50-50, right? Third set could be your say high or big bet brands, which is like you have very unique proposition with you, possibly consumer doesn't have, your other competition doesn't have, and you think that yes, this can be built for future growth for organization. But at the same time, such propositions are not really that known to people. Awareness levels are very, very high. Maybe in such case, you will have to really invest a little higher on your brand marketing to build the awareness of your brand. So I'm saying it's about balance that you have to find. It's not a simple formula. It is to be done over a period of time when you do your testings, piloting about brands, and find that what is that balance that works for you, and that's how you establish what kind of investment should go in which part of the marketing. Once you start doing that, you see that your growth will come in long run. That's exactly what we have seen. This is just showing a lot of brands that Pidilite has, and we work on all of them with the same thought. First thought comes to our mind, how we are really consumers' first choice, okay? And then we try to make a deal with the consumer. So one of the examples that I would give you as our success story, wherein we really tested this, the combination of performance and brand marketing, and we are really driving some good results. I'm talking specifically about brand WD-40. WD-40 is a very powerful brand in terms of the consumer offering that it gives, because it has 2,000 uses. It solves the problem of your home improvement and automotive approaches and all, right? Now, the problem related to say rust removing, your stain removing, lubrication, at the same time the squeaky sound from your door, drawers. Likewise, there are many uses that this brand has. It's a unique brand, not much of competition, though definitely last couple of years we have seen some competition coming. The problem with this brand was that it was growing good. We were investing on performance marketing. We were purely focusing on performance marketing first 4 years of its launch with us. We saw that sales is really going up and it's working. Then we thought to make it profitable, why not to really now start optimizing our spends. When we started doing that, we saw the sales started falling. Yeah. Then in panic, we again started boosting the performance marketing. Again, sales started going up. But then we realized after 4 years, a lot of questions started coming. We are not able to make it as profitable as what it is in general trade. Then we started doing some experimentation around it. In our experimentation, we first tried with some brand marketing in terms of influencers and all. We kept our investment going up because this is considerable or significant in terms of contribution to online business for us. So we started boosting our investment around it on performance marketing as well as on brand marketing. And we saw when we spent almost around 2 quarters, we saw when we started optimizing performance marketing majorly, the sales didn't come down. The sales kept on going, and we found that now, because we could talk about various uses that consumer should understand and various ways to really use this product, it's really working for us. And we found that balance very well about our brand. What we did to really do our brand marketing, we did collab with Blinkit, and Blinkit has a huge consumer base, and we thought we can exploit that because that's the easy consumer base that we can really reach out to quickly. We did social media activation through Reels, using our influencers, various influencers who talk about home care and how to really make your house beautiful, take care of a lot of cleanliness part of it and all. So we really took such influencers. We also use Blinkit's social media handle to reach out to almost around 3-4 million people, very targeted cohort. And we talked about the usage. Also, we collaborated with them in their BTL activity, wherein they went with billboard across India when they went for this cleaning festival, wherein our brand featured as one of the key brands to be used in home. With lot of use cases, those we dialed out. One of them, and at the same time, our performance marketing in terms of looking for conversions was kept on to really see that, our sales is also coming through it. I'll just show you this. One of the user is talking about this brand, very clearly talking about how it works, where it works, and what kind of results you can get. This is one of the examples. Likewise, there were almost 10 to 15 such reels were made and put on social media through various handles. Yeah, and this is just to show you like how things changed, and this graph is used as example in organization also to talk about how things change when we really make two marketings come together, complement each other, right? Where I mentioned that the brand was existing for quite some time. If you look at blue line, which is the sales line, showing you trend of sales. Then you see orange line, which is about our performance marketing, ACOS percentage and all. Then green line is all about your brand marketing. So till the time, if you see Q1 FY23, we were kept on investing on our performance marketing. The sales was really moving up. And then when we tried to reduce our performance marketing investments, we saw sales also started coming down. Then in panic, if you see Q1 FY24, we had to again start boosting our performance marketing investments. Sales started coming, but at the same time we realized this is not sustainable model for us. And we started with our brand marketing, as I talked about. And when we started doing that, after 2 quarters, we saw that sales is not really coming down, it is continuously building. So we found that model of high growth, low investment, and generating profitability, answering to the management that yes, we have found one model which works. We have experimented on a lot of other brands also, and we are seeing some good results are coming on them. Now, to summarize what I try to tell in this session, and I think most of you must agree with me because same situation you must be facing in your work as well, right? I said both the marketing are important because they complement each other. It's about you find the right balance, and the balance you can find when you experiment on regular basis. Also see the life stage of your brand. If it is a market leader, well-known brand, then how you have to put your money on performance marketing and brand marketing. Likewise, when you see that some brands, they have high growth potential, what kind of money you have to put on, say, marketing, brand marketing and performance marketing. So it's all about how do you really understand your brand's journey, its life stage, and find that balance through a lot of testing on your brand, piloting about it, and then you try to generate more profitability from your brand. So that's it from my side. Thank you so much for giving me some time.